All right, guys. So Chris Lee back with another video. I just want to say right off from jump that I pray that whoever's watching this video, that things in your life start to get better. I pray that God continues to bless you, shower you with love. I pray that the people that you surround yourself with fills you up with motivation and enthusiasm and just desire to go be great. I know things have been rough for people out there, including myself. But when things are good in your life, you definitely got to be positive about it. You definitely got to be grateful. You got to be thankful. So don't forget to go ahead and thank God for all the good things that he's doing in your life. Just be thankful for the positive things that are happening in your life. Always pay attention to the small wins because those matter most, okay? In a whole grand scheme of things, the small wins matter most, and they will definitely continue to help you carry throughout this life in a positive way, okay? So just know that you're loved and know that you're blessed, okay? So what I wanted to talk to you guys today about in this video is pretty much your perspective, guys. This is something that is huge when it comes to your spiritual growth. Not only that, but just your overall life in general. I think a lot of times we tend to step into circumstances to where we have to look at everything that we're experiencing in a bad way as a negative, when really it's not a negative. It's just your perspective about it. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of give you some examples and kind of take you through some of my experiences in general. Okay, so let's go ahead and break that down. What I mean by changing your perspective is every time something bad happens to you in your life, you can't look at it as a negative. For example, if you are going through some things in your life and it feels like, God, everything around me is just really tearing me down. Why does it seem like everything in my life is falling apart? God, why are you punishing me? God is not always punishing you, and everything that's in your life isn't always falling apart in a negative way. It's your perspective about it. It's how you look at things and it's how you view things that really determine how you respond or react in a certain circumstance, okay? You got people in your life and it just seems like the relationships with them are constantly falling out or falling apart, and it just seems like everything in that season just means that you guys need to be apart and you guys are no longer meant for each other. You got to stop looking at that as a negative. And what I mean by that is God could be doing some things in your life and you don't even understand it. God could be doing some things in your life that's ultimately going to make your life better, but you're constantly looking at it as a negative, and it's not a negative. The thing about it is you don't see all the things that goes on in the background. You may be with this partner, or you may be with this friend, or you may be at this job or this location or this place, and you may feel like it's just everything that you've been looking for. At the end of the day, God may be seeing and saying, hey, some things that you are experiencing in these places or in these relationships are going to ultimately hurt you in the long run. So I'm just going to go ahead and start tearing it apart now. I'm going to start tearing it down now. I'm going to start removing you from it or removing them or destroying this situation so I can build you back up with something even better. Your perspective could either be, God, I'm angry. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you taking away something that I love or someone that I love or whatever the case may be, when really you should be looking at it as, God, thank you. Even though this hurts, thank you for removing someone who's not healthy for me. Thank you for removing me from a location or a place that I'm not valued. Thank you for taking away this person who I thought loved and cared for me when really they were plotting something against me, or they were looking to hurt me or drain me. Thank you for removing these people out of my life because I don't understand it and I don't see it, but you are doing something better for me. I just haven't accepted it yet because my perspective as of right now in my life is you're taking these people away from me. You're taking these things away from me. It hurts bad. It's hurtful. It feels like it doesn't feel good in general. So I feel like you're doing something wrong to me. But deep down, you just got to start looking at the circumstance as in God is trying to help you. Okay. Another example. I used to be in the military. I'm a coach. I coach football. Okay. I coach different players all the time. I give a lot of my time and energy to these players. There's days that I got to make those players get down and do push-ups. There's days that I got to make those players run extra laps or do up downs. And right away, they're, oh man, oh come on, coach, like, oh come on, guys, like we don't want to do more push-ups. We don't want to do this. We don't want to do that. Like that's how they feel, right? Because right away, they feel like they're being attacked. They feel like they're being overly criticized. They feel like they're being punished for something that they're doing wrong. When in reality, they should be looking at it as, you know what? My coach is telling me to do these push-ups and he's telling me to do these up downs. It sucks to do it, but ultimately I'm going to do it because these push-ups are better for me. These up downs are better for me. These extra laps are better for me. You have to learn how to change your perspective and stop looking at everything as a negative. Because let's just be honest, when you do push-ups, no matter how you want to look at it, you're going to get stronger. You're going to get more fit. You're going to be healthier. You're going to be in better shape. The more you do those up downs, you're going to be in better shape. You're going to get more fit. The more you run those laps, you're going to have better endurance, conditioning, stamina. You are going to be more fit and in better shape than you were if you weren't doing those push-ups or those up downs or running those laps. So you have to learn to stop looking at every time somebody tell you something as a negative. Me as a coach, when I tell you to do extra push-ups or up downs, it may be for something that you're not doing right in the moment, but you don't necessarily have to look at it like you're being punished. Change your perspective about it and say, you know what, it feels like a punishment, but at the end of the day, I'm going to tell myself mentally, it doesn't matter because this is making me better. This is making me faster. This is making me stronger. This is making me healthier. You just have to change your perspective. It doesn't change what's actually happening in a circumstance, just your perspective changes about it, okay? If someone looks at a tree up close versus someone who looks at that same tree on top of a 2-story building, their perspective of that tree is gonna look different, but nothing changes about the tree itself, okay? The tree is still the tree, but depending on your perspective of the tree, it's gonna look a little bit different. And you could either, how you view it up close and personal in that circumstance is going to look a little bit different, more elevated, a little bit higher at a different angle, okay? So I'm trying to get you guys to understand that life will get a lot better if you learn to change your perspective. Start looking at things from different angles. Start looking at things a little bit differently than what you want to do, okay? Don't necessarily look at everything that's happening bad in your life as a negative. God is refining you in a lot of these circumstances that you're going through, okay? I'm a coach that I know I love my players. I care about their growth. I care about their well-being. I care about them being leaders on and off the football field. And what's important to me is helping them grow, not by trying to be their friend, but correcting and refining them in ways that's going to make them great. And at times, if I have to correct them by saying, hey, get down and do push-ups, hey, do some up downs, run some extra laps, it's not because I'm angry at them. Like, I'm not angry at them. It's because I want them to get better. I want to tweak some of the things that they may not be doing right in their life or may not be doing right in practice in general to go ahead and help them be better, be great. I want you to be sharp. I want you to be clean. Okay, I want you to be a mold of yourself without blemishes. Okay, so when I say these things, when I tell a player to get out and do push-ups, it's because I care about them. It's because I care about the future. And I have to tell one of my players yesterday, I said, hey, I as your coach, be worried and concerned if I don't critique you. Be worried and concerned if I don't correct you. Be worried and concerned if I don't say anything to you at all, because if that's ever the case, that means that I don't care about you. I don't care about your growth. I don't care about your development. I don't care about you being great in general. So when you hear me say something to you, when you hear me correct you, that's because I care. That's because I want to see you get better. I want to see you grow. I want to fix those minor mistakes that are stopping you from being great, okay? With that being said, I have to teach my players, as well as other people in this world, as well as myself. I had to learn over the years that you have to change your perspective and how you think about things. Everything that's happening in your life, especially if it's bad, It doesn't necessarily mean that you made bad decisions. It doesn't necessarily mean that you made some bad choices and you're on the wrong path. Sometimes God is just changing things in your life for your better to help you out. He's fixing those minor flaws, those minor mistakes to help you be great, to help you be the best version of yourself. And you got to trust the process. Don't be negative about it. Start speaking life into yourself. Start speaking life into your circumstance. Start speaking life into existence in general. Don't say, I can't, say I can. Don't say, I'm mad. Say that I'm happy that this is happening. When things get tough in your life, when things get tough in your life, don't necessarily say, man, God, why is this happening to me? Turn around and say, God, I am thankful that you're allowing this to happen to me, because I know that it's making me better. I know that it's making me stronger, spiritually wiser. These are the things that you have to start changing about how you see things in general so you can live more positively, okay? Your life will get better if you start feeding yourself more positivity. Your life will get better when you start looking at things in a positive way. Your life will get better when you start realizing and recognizing the growth that you are achieving in these challenges and these obstacles that you're running across in your life. Your life is getting better. You are blessed. Good things are happening to you. Good things are going to continue to happen to you. All will be great for you if you learn to change your perspective. Stop looking at everything as a negative. When it's challenging and it's tough, just tell yourself, I'm getting stronger. I'm getting better. This is helping me out. When your parents tell you to clean your room and you're frustrated and you're annoyed and you're tired of hearing it, don't look at them giving you a punishment for not cleaning your room as a bad thing. Just say, hey, my parents, why do they want me to clean my room? My parents want me to clean my room because they want me to be a clean person. They want me to learn to be more organized so that I can find things. They want me to develop a habit of being clean and organized because it's going to better my future. That's how you got to start looking at it. And my reason for getting punished for not doing this and that is because they ultimately want me to develop good habits that's going to benefit my future. That's it. You don't necessarily have to look at them like they're coming down hard on you or trying to tear you down or just being annoying or whatever the case may be, because ultimately it's going to benefit you. They're trying to help your life. They're trying to help your future. Take advantage of that. Okay. If you have to go run extra laps, you're frustrated because your teammate did something and it's like, oh, come on, coach, why do I got to run extra laps for something somebody else did? Well, you can look at that in that sense and say, well, this is not fair. I shouldn't have to run laps for somebody else. Or you can say, you know what? It doesn't even matter that I got to run extra laps. If my teammates got to run these extra laps, I'm going to run these extra laps as well. Why am I going to run these extra laps? It doesn't matter. What benefit do I get from running those extra laps? Well, I'm building a bond with my teammates. We're growing together. We're going to war together. Their struggles is my struggles. Their positive gains is my positive gains. What do I get out of it? Well, I get out of it getting in shape. I'm doing some extra laps. So ultimately it's still going to benefit me, still going to benefit my health, still going to make me a better player, make my teammates a better players is going to build our bond. This is how you got to start looking at these circumstances, because it's not all bad. It's not all bad. So when things feel like they suck in your life, when things feel like they're hard, when they feel uncomfortable, when it feels like God is just coming down on you, God is not coming down on you. God is refining you. He's making you stronger. So change your perspective. Remember what I said to you before. If you're standing in front of a tree, it's going to look a lot different than if you're standing on top of a 2-story building. Nothing changes about the tree. The only thing that changes is your perspective, okay? The angle of your perspective, how you look at the circumstance, how you look at the situation. So the next time something gets challenging in your life, don't look at it as a negative. Look at it as God is refining you, making you better, making you stronger, and He wants what's best for you in your life. Your coach wants what's best for you in your life. Your parents want what's best for you in your life. Your spouse wants what's best for you in your life. Anytime you have somebody giving you constructive criticism out of love, and they're just trying to help you out, remember, they're just trying to fix those minor flaws so that you can be great. Look at it in a positive way. Be thankful, be grateful, put a smile on your face, and know that you are loved, know that you are blessed, know that God called you on this earth to be great in all things that you're going to do. You just got to recognize it. So change your perspective, be blessed, and know that you're loved. In Jesus' name, have a great day.